Hey everybody, we're back. Dan Leonard, Dan Kessel. We're discussing a lot of things in Toms River, Ocean County. We're discussing marijuana and how the communities, some have voted for it and they want it in their towns, recreational marijuana and medicinal marijuana, and somehow the councils in certain towns and the elected officials are just like denying the will of the people, and
Yep.
they're just using their own personal partisan agendas to say no when
Yeah.
marijuana has been proven effective for myself as a veteran and many other people, and some on the opposition say it's a gateway drug, and we're discussing that. And and like I said, the Republicans say it's a gateway drug, but they're yelling at the liberals because the liberals are saying everybody needs a vaccine. So I mean, both sides have their crazies and both sides have their deniers, and it's an individual choice. We're Americans, okay?
Yeah.
The stuff was put on Earth by a creator, okay? It just showed up on Earth, and it helps medicinally, okay? It's not fabricated in some Afghanistan factory, China
Nope.
factory. This stuff is grown on Earth, and when it's
Nope.
regulated, it's beneficial, and that's my position. I'm a card carrying medical marijuana card carrier. I don't currently smoke, but I am able to if I want to. And Dan is a very powerful player in my opinion in marijuana politics. So where do we go from here, Dan?
So I mean, we took a big hit the last election with Terrence. We lost a big ally on this council. And then
Terrence
Lori not
Turnback,
Terrence turned back, and then we lost an ally with Lori not running
Lori
again.
Herc,
She
yeah,
probably would Lori Herrick. So in Tom's River, it's not a hill to climb anymore. We're climbing a mountain now in Tom's River. But then I want to commend towns like South Tom's River and Lakehurst, who I look forward to building a relationship with the police departments of those communities. If I have the fortunate ability to open up in South Tom's River, I haven't looked much into Lakehurst. It's a possibility. I mean, in Tom's River, I look forward just because I will not have my dispensary in it, God willing, I get approved for everything in Tom's River as of yet. It doesn't mean I still can't help my community here in Tom's River
of course.
and build relationships with the police department that I have good relationships with now, with the sheriff's office. We can do events together. They see I bring a very good crowd, not riled. There's, the politicians, they're just a roadblock. I'm really here to help the residents and to set. I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to. I am setting myself up and my family for the rest of my life, and hopefully, you know, if I have kids, their lives, or as of right now, my niece and nephew's life, and some of my family members.
I think
You
it's
know,
one of those things like gay marriage and in the LGBT community. It was something. It came from a place that was taboo, and now it's mainstream. And now most
yeah.
people don't care about it, and it's just going to be
The
part of American culture. And I think it's the
the
same thing
thing
for
is,
weed.
like, I really do care. Like, I don't. I tried to do things as proper as they could have been in the situation we had
Yeah,
to deal with in the temperature of the room. Um, but I feel like I could be a positive and a plus to the community. And I think the other people believe that too. And if they gave me the opportunity, I think with the systems I'll put in place and I in the and the programs I plan to implement in my dispensary, where we're gonna have programs to help opioid addicts, where I'll cover well, we're every month we'll sponsor different opioid addicts to try to get them clean. I'll pay the tax out of my own pocket, give them the product for free. Let's try to run this and see if this works. You know what I mean? I want to
where
be
does somebody that's interested in learning about you and Bud Hub, where do they go to?
well, right now I'm on house arrest and I'm on lockdown. I'm hoping to get my level dropped so that I can actually get out there to hit some of these meetings. I think I mean, you saw that they had me with a lot of money. I think that's part of the reason why I was on level one, because they thought I could flee to anywhere I want. But obviously, I have no intention to leave. I'm
Yeah,
planning to fight this. If I was going to run, I could have ran. I'm not wearing an anklet. I could have walked out of the jail and left. Like,
you're complying with what they asked you to comply with.
I'm not running. Like, I'm fighting this head on. I don't think it's a fight they really want, because it doesn't make them look good. They don't
Yeah.
look good right now. I mean, I could personally vouch for, I know some of my clients that personally maybe couldn't reach other vendors like myself or somebody and relapsed and are now back on heroin because I got arrested. What are you going to tell that person's family when they die? When it's like, well, you arrested his one person that was helping them. What are you
Yeah,
going to do then?
it's a very
I
touchy
do
situation.
care. I mean, I would give stuff product to, if someone was hurting and, was dying, I would help them. I wasn't out to just, make a buck. Like, I did the right thing. Like, I donated money to multiple police departments,
Hmm.
to multiple EMSs, to police auxiliaries. We were really just trying to spread the word that, we want to be part of the community and we deserve to be part of the community. We've been on the sidelines and in the shadows for long enough. And we are actually safer than alcohol. And you push these alcohol events and stuff like that. Why can't we be part of it? That's what it
Of
comes down
course.
to.
And I
You know what
find
I
it
mean?
hypocritical that some towns had you as a guest for several events.
A guest. And not thinking that, it went off great. All the other vendors, they were, after that event you put on Sensational, my phone every day. Hey, man, you want to come to this event? You want to come to this event? And they wanted me. The problem is I don't, I was in, I guess you would say, I don't know, my safety zone. I felt comfortable in Ocean County.
Yeah.
I, like, it is what it is. But the people, like the other vendors, loved it. They're like, you brought such a good crowd. Like
Let
I
me
said,
ask you this, Dan, and we'll wrap it up after this. But do you feel that your political activeness, your political activities in certain towns and going after certain council members, do you think that played a role in what happened to you?
yes. So in the search warrant they used to that in discovery for the search warrant that I got, one of the first lines was, because I actually went to a Berkeley Township meeting before I ever went to a Toms River Township council meeting, and did the same spiel that I do in Toms River that I do there. And I believe they use that as the trigger to like start looking at me, not so
Okay.
much investigating me, because they were hands off because it was so new. But then um, once this other company started having the neighbor down the street complain about me, it triggered more HOA calls to the police department, which and then now triggered a bigger investigation.
Yeah. Well, I know what it's like to be in political crosshairs of certain people, and you do now. Um,
But it's the one thing it is nice is that I know the people are on my side. They're, like 74%, like you say. Those 74% of people are most likely going to be on my side.
yeah, we hope we're hope they're on the grand jury, and
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter if they're on the grand jury. Even if it goes to trial, there's 3 jurors they can't stop, and there's 3 jurors that they pick that I can't stop.
true.
So, do they want that? I don't know. I mean, I
Again,
don't.
I think it's just one of those things that could have been handled with a conversation.
All they had to if exactly, all they had to do was ask. Just come to me. I wasn't hiding.
And they
They
could have.
knew
I
where to
mean, you were
find
out in the
me.
public. No, you definitely were not hiding. All you had to do was come to you and say, "Hey, Dan, what are you doing? What's going on here?"
Yep. I don't
And
want to get
but
into
no,
like some more.
they wanted to play, LA law or,
And I want to just commend Tom's River for not taking part. And this was 100% Berkeley. This was not the state. This wasn't so much the county. This
I
wasn't.
do want to say, I just want to say, and I think you would agree with me at some point that when cops are given a mission, when they're given a task, they act. Okay,
Yeah.
they don't get to sit there and be the politician. They have to say, okay, this is the information I was given. We're going to act on it. Most cops, I think, are 99.9% of cops, with the exception of people like Justin Lamb, are police officers that just try to do the right thing. They're not there for political purposes. But sometimes they get pointed in a direction that they have to act.
Yep.
Do you think that that's the case, or do you think that some of these cops had political aspirations?
I think it was they were pushed politically. I do. I think it was a mix. I think it was a mixture of both. But like you said, Tom's River. I all they had to do was come and talk. Tom's River. All someone had to do was come and talk to me. The day we left we left operating out of my parents' house was because I was asked to leave out of my parents' house to stop operating there. Guess what? They asked me that morning. 6 hours later, we were operating somewhere else. All they had to do was come to me and ask. I
Mhm.
wasn't hiding. I'm very approachable. I'm
Yeah,
not.
no, you're everywhere. You didn't. In my opinion, you weren't hiding from anybody.
I wasn't hiding. If you had a problem with me, if you wanted, like I said, I was willing to work. If you wanted to, have me be in a certain, just tell me. I was willing to work. I was trying to do it the right way. I was donating. I was trying to help people. I donated to help buy the Ocean County Fire Department a new Jaws of Life.
Yeah.
Like
So
they
so
called.
we,
They
the goal
called me.
now is to rebound.
Yep. I mean, they called me, go, hey Dan, man, we're short on, we need some donations. I said, come by, man. That's all they had to say.
Yeah.
We can help each other.
Sometimes it's all about approach.
Yep. It's all about approach. Berkeley wanted to go about it one way. And then you have towns like Tom's River where they'll just approach me and ask.
Let me ask you a question, and we'll wrap it up with this. What political boss do you think oversees Berkeley Township?
Gilmore, baby.
George Gilmore.
Georgie
And
Gilmore.
me and you would know that Dan Roderick and Justin Lamb, and now I'm hearing Hirsch Singh is moving to Tom's River. I don't know if you heard that.
Oh yeah, he'll be a new friend of mine.
He's got a
But
ton of money. Maybe he can help you out.
no, I'm more worried. My targets right now lie on running for Tom's River Council to challenge Kevin Cahegan, Josh Kopp, and Matt Latano. And hopefully I can maybe pull 2 strong female council contenders, because these are at-large seats and every vote counts for those seats, not the
They do.
wards.
I wish you the best when you run in
every
November
count.
and maybe June, whenever you're going to get in there.
I
And
have one question.
we'll
I have
support
one
you and
question.
see what's going on. But
I've
Dan, thanks for coming on the show.
No problem. And when you see those 3 council members, ask them one question. What have
What's
you
that?
done for Tom's River? What
Which
have you
ones?
done for Tom's River?
Which ones?
Cahegan, Latano, and Kopp. Ask
What have
them,
they done for Tom's River?
What have you done for Tom's River?
Okay, we'll ask them.
Yeah, they're not going to have many answers for you.
All right, Dan Kessel from Bud Hub, live on Off the Grid with DP Leonard. All right, we enjoyed him tonight, and we'll have him back when we get some more information on what's going on with his situation.
Definitely.
Thank you very much, Dan. We appreciate you being on the show
tonight. I'll see you later,
tonight.
man. I'll talk
All right,
to you
brother.
later.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
All right.